Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. The chairman of the Law and Justice Party, Jarosław Kaczyński, announced that the issue of the election of Magdalena Biejat, a feminist from the Together Party, to the leadership of the Parliamentary Social Policy and Family Committee will soon be resolved. Biejat was elected thanks to the votes of Law and Justice deputies sitting on the committee, which made the decision all the more shocking to Conservative supporters. The left has warned that the dismissal of Magdalena Biejat will be a violation of parliamentary custom.
Wydaje mi się, że Prawo i Sprawiedliwość
Law and Justice has become hostage to fundamentalists and radicals. All those who do not like the presence of Magdalena Biejat push Jarosław Kaczyński and force him to break parliamentary custom.
łamanie zwyczaju parlamentarnego.
PiS sam zdecydował.
Law and Justice decided to allocate parliamentary committees to particular parliamentary clubs, both in the opposition and in the ruling camp. The Left Committee got a family commission, therefore any other candidate of the left probably has similar views as Magdalena Biejat. So with full awareness, Law and Justice decided that the chairman of this committee would be someone with comparable views.
Poglądy jak ma pani Biejat.
Tutaj ja sądzę, że na tę decyzję
I think that this decision was not influenced by any special negotiations within the United Right camp, but rather it is an admission of an error, as it was defined, and a conclusion drawn from that error. It is better to correct this mistake now, as going further with it would definitely harm Law and Justice in the areas of credibility and social support.
zdecydowanie w moim odczuciu szkodziło.
Prawo i Sprawiedliwość
The president of Law and Justice, Jarosław Kaczyński, did not reveal how he specifically plans to resolve this matter. As he said in an interview for Gazeta Polska Weekly, he does not want to go into details, but just as in life, there are various twists and turns in politics. The left, however, is not going to let go of this matter easily. As the group's politicians announced, they will not allow Magdalena Biejat to be removed from the chairmanship of this committee.
Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki handed acts of nomination to 4 new provincial governors, or voivodes, today. The new governor of the Lubelskie province, or voivodeship, is Lech Sprawka, and Tobiasz Bachiński is a new governor of the Łódzkie province. Konstanty Radziwiłł was appointed the voivode for the Mazowiecki province, and Łukasz Mikołajczyk became the governor of the Wielkopolskie voivodeship.
Podejmując się tej bardzo ważnej roli,
Gentlemen, when you take on the position of a voivode, you commit yourself to a very important work in the field. The heart of Poland beats just as strong in big cities as it does in smaller towns, provinces and villages. We firmly believe that the work we have done so far is a step in the right direction. We're building a Poland which develops equally everywhere. We're building a country which grows in strength not only in huge conurbations, but also in smaller cities.
kiedy budujemy Polskę równomiernie rozwijającą się.
In August next year, Poland will celebrate the 100th anniversary of its victory in the Battle of Warsaw, also known as the Miracle on the Vistula. In the summer of 1920, the Polish army halted the Bolshevik invasion on the outskirts of Warsaw. The battle has been recognized as one of the 20 most important battles in history, stopping, as it did, the spread of communism to Europe. 100 years after this historic victory, it is still unknown whether and when a monument will be erected to commemorate what is one of the most important events in Polish history.
One of the avid supporters of building a monument commemorating the 1920 Warsaw Battle is the Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki.
Jestem zwolennikiem tego, żeby
I am all for building a triumphal arch as soon as possible. I personally contributed to the foundation which collects money for that goal. I think that the triumphal arch would be a proper form of commemoration. Unfortunately, there is a necessity to cooperate with the Warsaw City Hall, and therefore please ask the mayor of Warsaw why there is no monument commemorating such an important historical event. The Warsaw local government is not cooperating, I'm afraid.
pytać też władze Warszawy.
The city officials stated they will not cut off the idea of a commemoration of the great victory of the Polish army in 1920.
Mam nadzieję, że to jest trochę nieporozumienie i
I hope that there is a misunderstanding here and Mr. Prime Minister a bit too quickly formed his opinion. We will be investigating the history of that project, and as far as we know, at present the only problems were with consultations with the City Historical Relics Conservation Office. I talked about those matters with the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Gliński, and I think that there is a problem with the communication.
informacji.
The initiative of the commemoration of the 1920 victorious Warsaw Battle is not new. It was started in 2014 by Jan Pietrzak and his foundation Patriotic Society. His numerous attempts to communicate with the city of Warsaw on the project were left without an answer. His foundation was lobbying for the construction of a triumphal arch visible from every part of the city.
Myślę, że to jest jakiś taki monument.
I think it should be a monument which would be immediately noticeable on the Warsaw skyline from any point of the city. This is a commemoration of a battle which decided the fate of the world, the Western civilization, the battle that stopped the Bolsheviks from taking over the Western Europe.
I w Warszawie.
Against the project is the Polish United Left. The politicians argue that the money that might be used for the monument would be better spent on social matters.
Yesterday, Romania's centrist president, Klaus Iohannis, secured a second term in office after winning the presidential election runoff, easily defeating his opponent, the socialist former Prime Minister, Viorica Dăncilă. Iohannis has pledged to resume the judicial reforms slowed down by successive Social Democrat governments.
Both candidates spoke with the press as they visited their local polling stations to cast their own votes. Iohannis underlined that his re-election would be crucial for Romania, maintaining good relations with the EU. Good morning. It is a very, very important day. I have voted for a modern, European and normal country. I invite you all, dear Romanians, to come and vote. It's an extremely important day. We vote for the future of Romania and the path that Romania will follow. Today, the champions are those who have the voting stamp in their hands. Dear Romanians, you should all be champions today. Dăncilă, on the other hand, stressed the need not to let one man become too powerful and promised to better protect Romania's national interest.
Am votat pentru o Românie care să meargă înainte.
I have voted so that Romania can move forward, not backwards, to the times when we didn't have rights or freedom, because one man only had all the power. I voted for a mandate at Cotroceni that will have more involvement, more work, more respect and commitment to the Romanian people and our national interests. I have voted with all my heart and from the bottom of my heart for Romania and Romanians.
Pentru România și pentru români.
According to two exit polls, Iohannis won in a landslide, winning between 64 to 67% of the vote. In his victory speech, the president stated that his win was also a victory for a European Romania.
România a câștigat.
Romania has won. The modern Romania, the European Romania, the normal Romania has won today. The Romanians were today's heroes. The number of people who went out to vote was impressive. This is the biggest victory of today, the fact that the Romanians went out to vote. President Iohannis was the main obstacle to a succession of socialist governments which, according to critics, lead Romania on a collision course with the EU, along with its Central European peers, Poland and Hungary.
That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.